Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the first Wilde's Mailbox of 2010 here at ESPNMilwaukee.com and ESPNMadison.com. Remarkably, this morning I found no questions in my inbox about the Packers. I'm not sure if that's because you guys were all out last night celebrating the arrival of the new year, or you stayed up late watching Ryan Seacrest and Dick Clark, but no Packers questions today. So I'm going to go with a personal question from Chuck out in California, who asks, just curious, Jason, why the Oregon thing? Well, I'm going to humor you guys today, and what better day to do it than to talk about the Oregon Ducks on the day of the Rose Bowl where they're taking on Ohio State in Pasadena. I think most of you guys understand this whole journalism thing. The way it works is we don't get to be fans. I know the occasional emailer will wonder why I might be negative about the Packers at a certain point in the season or write negative things. And the reality is that's our job. We have to be unbiased. We have to be fair. We have to be willing to point out both the good and the bad. And so it takes away your opportunity to be a fan. Now, I went to Wisconsin, and I covered the Badgers in both basketball and football as a student reporter at the Badger Herald. And you know, my days of being a fan of Wisconsin ended pretty quickly because I, again, had to view Wisconsin athletics through that prism. It's the same way with the Packers. So I don't get to be a fan very often. But in 2002, when I was at the State Journal, the University of Wisconsin hosted the NCAA men's basketball regional at the Kohl Center, and the paper sent a reporter to each of the 4 pods that would be sending a team to Madison. I went to Sacramento, and the team that came out of that group was the Ducks, with Luke Ridenour, Luke Jackson, and Freddie Jones on that team. And they were a compelling team. There were a lot of comparisons to what Wisconsin had gone through, long drought and success in basketball. And then the following year, the Packers hired a guy named Jason Bellamy to run Packers.com, and he wound up becoming my best friend. And he was a native of Eugene, Oregon. His dad, Ron, is the sports editor of the Eugene Register-Guard, and Jason and I became best friends. He became the best man at my wedding. And every year after the Packers season ended, we went out to Oregon and saw the Ducks play at the Pit. So I became a Ducks fan. That's why today I'm wearing the official Ducks t-shirt for the Rose Bowl, which even Clay Matthews, whose younger brother is playing in the game, noticed in the locker room. But again, this is just something that's exciting for me to actually get to be a fan once in a while. It doesn't happen very often, but with the Ducks I get to do that. So there's your answer, Chuck. Thanks for asking. I'm sure most of you probably turned this thing off when you realized there was going to be no Packers talk on it, but those of you who stayed to the end, I appreciate it. Thanks. And we will come back at you from Glendale, Arizona with definite Packers discussion, not anything else, following Packers-Cardinals on Sunday at University of Phoenix Stadium in what figures to be a playoff preview for the following weekend. Remember, you can submit your questions, preferably not about my fandom, to jwilde at ESPNMilwaukee.com, jwilde at ESPNMadison.com, or you can always send me a message on Twitter if you can get your question into 140 characters. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.